Good evening folks, and welcome back to another video. Before I start this video, if you didn't read up till let's say System Error issue 6 by Phil Chapman and Blue Fox Comics, make sure to read at least issue 1 to 5 before getting into this issue, because you might otherwise miss some crucial information that will otherwise you'll don't get the context of the story, the principle of the story, and the overall plot, because this is the ending of this miniseries, the last and final issue. After this there won't be another system error again, because it's a fixed point. Thank you for your understanding, and let's get into the video. So, good evening folks, once again. Welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to do the sixth and final issue of System Error by Phil Chapman and Blue Fox Comics. That was published in 2022. So for those of you who don't know how I do these types of videos, I usually go through an indie comic, a European comic, an American comic, a web comic, a manga from this era. With this era I mean from 2011 to current day, or sometimes a tale from the past that goes from let's say the previous century all the way to 2010, 2011. How do I do these types of videos? I usually go through the theme, or break it down in a few pieces. First one is the theme. Well, in this case it's easy because it's one guy. After that we will discuss a short synopsis that you could also find on the website of, in this case, of Blue Fox Comics. And after which we'll do a little recap, a breakdown of the good, bad and the ugly. And of course a final verdict that goes from let's say 10 out of 100, that's 1 out of 10, till 100 out of 100, that's 10 out of 10. And we also will be, in this case, because it's the final issue of this mini-series, we'll try to do one total score for also the whole series of 6 issues. And of course there might be some things that you might disagree with me about. Maybe there's something you don't like the story, you don't like the art style, or the type of writing, the setting, maybe the world that's been built around this character, or maybe you have a problem with the publisher itself, or with people who are employed by them. If that's the case, hey, no problem, it's totally fine. But let's try to keep it civil, you know. I go off these types of videos, similar to what Captain Frugal does, similar to what the Howler Mouses and I can't forget the other guy's name. But he's also someone I could find in the comment section of Captain Frugal's videos all the time. Say Volkhuis something in the trend. I'm terrible with names, my apologies in advance. He's trying to bring back a little bit more of the old school times, you could call it that, or simpler times, like the days before the internet, before YouTube, before the e-cell apps, who tried to farm super chat money out of barely naive people, where you could just discuss which character could be who, is the comic, or in this case indie comic, good, which character could be who, was the writing in sync with the art, how was the pacing, was there a good page layout, and was the panel layout what should be for these types of comics. But that's not all. I'll also be using the site from Blue Fox Comics to give you the synopsis. I'll also be giving the synopsis or showing it at the end of this video after I tell it for the breakdown. And I'll come armed with my trusty notes again, because I try to do it a little bit old school. So without further ado, grab a cup of tea, some coffee, or whiskey, and yeah, let's get into the team. Well, the team didn't change at all. It's basically the same guy, Phil Chapman, and the publisher is Wolf Comics. It's a publisher from Edinburgh, Scotland. So not Glasgow. I learned from the previous videos. It's called Root Down. And yeah, what the synopsis? What's all about? Well, first, the previous issue we saw, yeah, ITTO searching for new survivors across the country, across the UK, after he was heading north, and he unfortunately had to fight this, yeah, his glitched brother in a fight to yeah, to the death. You could call it that. It was an amazing fight scene, that's for sure. And now he has to, yeah, his primary objective is still on. Basically that. What the GP had in mind for him. So yeah, now he has to travel north to the west coast of Scotland in the hope of fulfilling the primary goal: find people in need. So let's get into the breakdown. So here you see him, ITTO, fighting with other glitched robots who have been, yeah, for those of you who don't know, they kind of were programmed by, let's say, Echo Mech to, yeah, send their yeah, you could say their lives by a few years, but unfortunately it was after a war, and yeah, poisonous gas that killed most of humanity. That there were some glitches in it, and yeah, there weren't enough people to yeah, take him out of him. So they ignored all kinds of safety protocols and looked for spare parts in every corner of the country. So yeah, that's why they attacked ITTO. But ITTO has nothing, wants to have nothing of it, and basically in a typical phase showdown that kind of remind me of what the Samurai did, and of what let's say Kreska Ruruman did to one of his yeah, Dark Digimon counterparts in yeah, the Digimon remake. I liked it because it was a short but yeah, effective fight where he basically went mano a mano, sword to sword, after he absorbed a little bit of the data from the Golden Spear or sword with Naginata. And yeah, the recycle bot over Echo Mech falls to the ground in the snow, right in the snow. Man, they sure know what they did there. And here you see ITTO reaching the north of the UK, aka the Scottish mountains. The west goes. He goes into exploration mode. Location overrun with Echo Mechs. Do not approach. Echo Mech encounters during journey. 14. Comet algorithm efficiency increased by 35%. Selecting next estimated location. Adding to the nav. So to navigation. System check. Warning. Low operating temperature. Motor systems efficiency reduced. Solar charging at 50%. Which is, yeah, unfortunate, yeah. It's one of the disadvantages of certain, yeah, let's say batteries, especially in robots, but also in electric cars. Once the temperature drops below, let's say 10 degrees Celsius or 15 degrees Celsius, you can't make as much miles or kilometers, I probably butchered that word, as you would like during a, let's say, sunnier weather. So yeah, ITTO reaches the settlement, or at least what was left of it, so with its limited solar charging. And yeah, maintenance required. Weather conditions causing internal damage. Left leg at 42% efficiency. Minor oil leaks. System failing. And he selects the next location. And he's receiving a radio signal. Repeating tone pattern. Scanning for source. Signal broadcasting from next possible survivor location. So he ends up at what seems to be a dock. And a ship. And yeah, ITTO enters the red painted ship to see if there are people. Investigating. Ship power connected. Signal source found. No human activity detected. And he finds what seems to be some sort of printer or something. Or some machine. Beep beep beep. Investigating. Connecting to terminal. Autonomous signal beacon broadcast. Uptime 10 years. Last system login 6 years. No other information found. Beep. So he checks again. Low power mode enabled. Solar charging disabled due to weather conditions. Internal temperature below operational range. System check. Internal components freezing. Powering down motors. Internal memory backing up. Purging capacitors. Primary goal failed. And he gets covered by snow. Until spring. Operating system. ITTO UV charging. 125 days since last activation. Power core capacity reduced. Internal water ingress. Major oil leaks. Motors corroded. Seek authorized service center for maintenance. Investigating. Only sensor detecting activity. Determining source. Ting crack. Source is defunct. Vending robot. Echelon activity suspected. Preparing defense protocols. Ting. Think. What he sees here is another human. It here. Don't blame me, I'm gender blind. Ting ting. Crack is a human. Could be a girl or a boy. It's hard to tell from this angle, but it looks like a girl. Hello? What? Stay there. Don't move. And they point a gun at it. But ITTO tells me not to shoot. You can talk. Is this some recycler trick? No, I'm not with them. Please trust me, I won't hurt you. Are you human? This is weird. Of course I'm human. Who are you? I'm ITTO. What's an ITTO? My name's ITTO. My primary goal is to find people in need. Look, robots are dangerous. They don't talk, they kill people. We avoid them. I need to leave. I've been searching for people to help me. Let me. Oh no, I'm in so much trouble. And what happens here is another recycle robot. Recycle. Click. Damn it. Get behind me, ITTO tells her. Or him. It's hard to tell. Run! It tells her to run. And he distracts the echelon. This way, follow me. And she tells him to head into the building. But the echelon breaks through it. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Over there's a way through this alley. Reuse. And yeah, ITTO risks its life to defend the girl. And Clang and tells him to leave him alone. But unfortunately, yeah, the echelon is too much for him. ITTO barely dodges the first slash. Parries with its stick. Slams it on the head, but it has it's no use. It's truly its final stand, and yeah. But it makes one last jump and basically cracks his face in half. Tells the girl to run, go, look out! But one other arm is still active. Throws the ITTO up and breaks it into tiny little pieces. She screams, "No! Get down!" Another seems to be a woman or a guy, shoots the echelon down, throws a grenade at it, and it's over. And tells her, "How many times I told you not to wander off? I warned you checking the beacon would be dangerous. Sure, this one is down." "No, Mom, wait, it saved me from the big one, and it talks. This one is different." Really? Are you sure? Yes, it said it was looking for people. Strange. Let's see what it's carrying. Whoa, this stuff still works. So he's basically what ITTO's primary goal was. Is carry all kinds of tour tech information and yeah. I'm looking for a way to survivors. I've never found anything like this before. We're taking it back home. Load this up before more cyclists arrive. Not bad for your first trip to the mainland. Just wait until the others see this. What's happening next? Good question. I said at the start that's why we are here. To find out how this all came to be. Here comes, yeah, the overall plot of the story, the overall message. That technology had been humanity's downfall in the story, in this post-apocalyptic wasteland. But it also could be a savior, in the form of this little leaflet bot named ITTO. ITTO had been unaware of how important this purpose had become. His primary goal, here you have it, to find people in need, had been transformed from tourism, handing out leaflets, to seeding the future stored on hard drives and smart receivers within that bag, where thousands of files, a precious archive for any survivors he might find. Technology, medicine, agriculture, robotics, coding, architecture, any subject you could care to name had been collated and saved for future generations. Kickstart to rebuilding of civilization. GP had repurposed the ITTO units to save the human race. What happened to him? Are you asking if that was the end for this little robot? Yes, could they fix him? Well, follow me through the next room. Museum of Reclamation room. And let's find out. And that's the end of the issue. And the end of the story system error. Here's the little ship. Some credits. Thank you to Simon and Marielle of Blue Fox Comics for believing in my comic and publishing my work. Anne and Joe Chapman for everything ever. Margaret and Norman Yates. If I spell his name correctly, probably butcher it. Tom Ryan and family. Bucky Ringsell. Masaching Daiseng. And all the art colleagues. Nice name by the way. Every single person who pledged on Kickstarter crowdfunder, me included, and all the lovely people I've met at the conventions. Thank you for your kind words and support. All of you made this happen. Here's the dirty bird scratches of ITTO, with a lot smaller eyes. Some deleted scenes, where it was originally made as a black and white comic, a series of 7 chapters. During the editing process I decided that it was necessary to reduce this to 6. Certain scenes and pages were removed entirely, in no particular order. Some of those deleted scenes complete with ITTO's old smaller eye shape. Charge and go. So you see here, his eyes are a little smaller than what they used to be in the final product. And that's the end. Here's the synopsis again. So I pretty much already told it. He travelled northward to the west coast of Scotland to hope of fulfilling his primary goal, to find people in need. In a certain way he succeeded. Let's get to the cover again. To the final verdict. Or before that, I messed up the order. We go to the breakdown first. And yeah, what can I say? Good cover, great balance between writing and art and action. A great explanation of ITTO's final stand, his true purpose, and coming full cycle as well. But there's also room for speculation. Was he rebuilt again? Did they fix him just in time, without any bugs, without any glitches, unlike the other ITTO who didn't make it? It leaves room for speculation. I liked it. It came full circle, but there's room for speculation. So there's kind of an open ending to it. That yeah. And what I like is the message about it, behind it, the plot behind it. The technology, too much technology, was a curse, is a curse, and could in the wrong hands with the wrong one small mistake, it could be the curse or the end of humanity, or in this case of ITTO, a blessing in disguise. The only downside is it ends. So the final verdict is, yeah, I couldn't help but give it a 94 out of 100. Not as good as the first issue, but certainly not bad. It was a great read. I highly recommend it. I also post a link to the Kickstarter page and the pre-order page, because this one is not yet on the official site. Where you could also buy or pre-order the art book, because it's a really good miniseries. I think Phil Chapman and Blue Fox Comics could be really proud of themselves, because they delivered the hidden gem. So the total series gets 90 out of 100, which put them in the upper echelon of other indie comics, like for example Iconic, and makes them one to look out for, or to watch out for. So that's all for this video. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, leave a like, subscribe if you want to, and let me know in the comments down below what did you like about, what you don't like about this. Personally, I think this was amazing, but maybe you have another opinion, maybe you want to share it down in the comments below. Let's get this discussion going. That's what I want to see. Discuss what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, what could be improved. And if you'd like to see what I created with my hardworking friend, Jared Warrior issue 1 and 2, soon 3, are now available on Global Comics, where you can read them in the traditional and vertical scrolling webcomic format and get the print-ready PDFs. And of course, you can go to Gumroad to get the print-ready PDFs and the CBR files, or you can get the physical one for €8. Unfortunately, shipping costs is something I can't control. My apologies in advance. Once again, shout out to Phil Chapman, Blue Fox Comics, and of course Simon Burks, people who run it. It was a great read, and one I highly recommend to everyone who likes indie comics from not only from the States but from other countries as well. Because I still want to see that Japanese animated movie coming out of this, or adventure game, point and click. But let the man dream, you know. That's all. Till next video, where I will be giving an overview of the Dutch comic / manga. So, Godsadi. So till next one. Ciao matane.